Well, hello girls and boys. Haven't actually got a bloody thing to talk about, other than look at this weather. First week of February. What is it today, the 4th of February? It's 11 degrees centigrade. When the sun shines you can actually feel its warmth. It's more like a spring day. There was a section of road back where it was really dry, and I was giving it some beans round the bend, and got round the bend and suddenly realised there was a damp patch. Yeah. So, you know, that's one of the dangers, isn't it, of riding this time of the year. You get a long, nice, dry bit of road like this and you get into the curves and you start leaning and you go around into a shady patch and it's very, very damp. Even an old fool like me, it can catch out. We never learn, do we? I don't care how old or how experienced we get. Do we actually ever learn? Now that's a good question that's just come into my head. Are there things you do in general life that you do repetitively, and then every so often you cock it up, or you forget the obvious? You know, this annoys me. They go really slow past cyclists thinking that makes it safe on a bend where she couldn't see. Obviously one of those lovely dangerous drivers. Oh look, 90. Yeah, I'd come round a series of bends, I was really enjoying it, and I hit damp patch. No problem, because I wasn't going, you know, balls out. But I'm following this car in front too close because I don't want to be doing 30 miles an hour in a 60 mile an hour limit. It's annoying me, and that is a mistake. Well indicated, she did well there. She was watching me as well, which is nice. I could see her looking in the mirror at me. I guessed what she was going to do. But that again would be a situation so easy to misread. What little mistakes have you made that you should know better? We all do it, I know we do. But are you honest enough to admit it? One of my biggest failings is speed limits. Now I know that sounds silly considering my background, but suddenly, because I don't have to show people that I'm doing the speed limit, I ride to the road conditions. Now that's something I grew up doing before we got obsessed with speed limits. We were taught to ride to the road conditions. Is it safe to go fast? Is it sensible to go fast? And I tend to still ride like that, which is very naughty. Now I've got back into riding and out of my other head, I've started to ride like I've always ridden prior to that, and I'm riding to the road conditions. Am I wrong? What do you think? We never used to have a bobby on every corner with a speed camera or a speed van on every lay-by. And they are only for collecting revenue, let's be honest. I know that, you know that. It's a revenue collection. Pure and simple. And my theory is, if you can't ride to the road conditions or drive to the road conditions, should you actually be on the road? If you can't decide that it's dangerous to be doing more than 25 in a high street or 20 and drive at that, should you be on the road? I don't advocate speeding at all. Never have, never will. But I also don't advocate all this revenue collection and inappropriate speed limits. How many times have you gone down a gorgeous piece of road and it's been 40 miles an hour and it's obviously a 60-mile-an-hour road? You know, there are lots of them about. You'll be driving through the lanes and you'll be coming out of a village and it'll be 40, 40, 40, 40. About 5 miles to the next village. Why? Is it me or is the world going crazy? Oh, that worried me a bit. Squinting eyes and still pulling out. Now you see, near a school, little housing estate, shops, yeah, I will do. Possibly in places less than the speed limit. Is that inappropriate? If I feel it's safe to be doing, let's say, 20 mile an hour down Tiptree High Street, and I've got somebody wanting to do 30 getting her right behind me, am I in the wrong? Perhaps our driving test needs to be a lot tougher, and perhaps penalties for bad driving need to be stronger. If we've got an amount of people on the roads that need to be controlled with camera vans, although that's a load of bollocks because they're revenue collectors, but if we need to be controlled by 3,000 signs, aren't we doing it wrong? In my day, you were lucky you'd be charging down a road on an old Triton. You wouldn't get any warnings of bends. You had to know how to ride. The odd junction, you might get a signpost telling you which field's to the left and which village is straight on. There were no giveaway signs. Well, there were, but on the junction. And there were none of these continuous road speed limits. Look at them, 3 signs in 4 yards. How bloody ludicrous. 4 signs in a matter of 5 metres. How bloody ludicrous. Is hypocrisy gone nuts, or is it just me? Oh, look at all these signs. There's just a mass of signs. If people can't drive their vehicles without all these signs, and there are too many, I mean, look at that bloody great arrow on the roundabout. Well, if you don't know there's a roundabout there and you hit it, you shouldn't be driving. Should you? Am I being silly with that point of view? Oh, it's going to be interesting. Learner, cyclist, a load of slowbies. See if we... Oh, on a double white line. Okay. Please find some signs around your area, sit there for a minute and look and see how many you actually need. It does aggravate me. Again, Darwin's theory. If you cannot drive or you cannot approach a roundabout or a bend without 60 signs, then you are dangerous and should not be on the road. Really is that simple. I mean, I can see the road bends. Please, what do you feel about all these road signs? Tell me. Because they're driving me bloody crazy. We must have an island of morons. Okay, I had me chunter. I'm a really happy bunny now. Bye bye. Bye. See you later.